A lot of things changed these past couple days. For a starter, my life has basically did a complete 360, and it was in the form of a shock and change. I should have seen this coming, honestly, because I did some I Ching divination a few days ago before the life-altering situation occurred, and I got Chen, which is the arousing or shock, and its main statement for the hexagram is, "The shock of unsettling events brings fear and trembling. Move toward a higher truth and all will be well." Now, I didn't know what this meant to begin with. I didn't know what could come out of this. I thought maybe I'd lose a friend somehow. I thought I'd lose something. I don't know. I didn't know what was going to happen. And ends up, my significant other doesn't want to be with me. So that was a shock, because I had no idea. I definitely had no idea. I really had no clue. I thought, if anything, that's the last thing that was going to occur, because I trusted the person so much. I trusted them with my entire heart. And I had plans, and that's kind of my own fault. See, this is what the hexagram says. The tendency of human beings is to rely on the strategies of the ego, desiring, plotting, and striving. With that being said, that's where my fault lied, and I just wasn't aware of it within the relationship. I was plotting too much, I was desiring too much, and I was setting up a strategy to form a life with this person for the rest of my life. And I guess it was just too much. But I had no clue, because I wasn't the only one plotting these ideas. I thought we were plotting it together. So, I don't know. I stayed true to them. Time and distance was nothing to me. It was absolutely nothing. Simply because my love was true. And I had hopes. I had high hopes. And I was blindly in love to where I can't get off of this future I want. And it's gone now. So whatever. It's just how it goes. But it sounds weird, but I'm definitely very upset. More than anything, I'm shocked. I'm shocked, just like the I Ching told me I would be. I'm shocked. I did not expect this at all. This is literally the last thing that I expected. I thought it was going to be something completely else. But it sounds weird. Somehow, I feel a little bit free. I feel freedom. Because maybe I was going down the wrong path. With such tight, narrow vision. Such devotion, such loyalty to just one single path, that I actually was off of my path and I didn't know it. And it feels alright. It feels alright. It's definitely a bummer. It's absolutely a bummer, because it just came out it's like I'm being forced to accept it. I really have no choice. It wasn't really my doing. It all felt like a lie. So, what am I supposed to do? What am I really supposed to fucking do? Have these ideas and hopes for the future and deep desires that I thought were formed with the person and not just me. And what am I supposed to do? Forget all of it? That's the reason I'm staying. That's the only reason I'm staying. Not because I don't love the person or anything, but it's because of the future I desired and plotted so much for. And so, it's funny, how God kind of just always smacks you right in the fucking face. Because by plotting and believing in such a future so complex and so detailed with your entire heart, it's almost as if you're representing the sin of pride. Because it's almost as if you know your life better than God does. And God likes to always put you in your fucking place. And he did it with me. He said, you think you know your future, don't you? You really do. Well, guess what? I'm going to do the last thing you think ever was going to happen. And so he did. And he put me right in my place, and it just goes to show, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Even when I believe in it, I don't know a thing. So it's rather sad. But all this really means to me, is what I thought I wanted to be the future, what I thought wanted to be the best future of my life, is not the best future of my life. There's something better than that. There's a person better than that. That's the only way I can see it. Yeah, this definitely fucking sucks. And I'm gonna be single on all that dumb, stupid shit for a very long time. So, it's whatever. But I know God he has my back. So, it's just how it flows, right? It's just how it goes. God put me right in my place. I was so arrogant. I was so prideful. Being so sure on how I thought this future was going to go with this person. Having no doubt that it was going to go this way. Having full, complete trust. And it just goes to show, I know nothing. So, hey, that's whatever, you know? I didn't expect this. I thought the person wanted exactly what I wanted for the longest time. So, she wants to go work on herself. So, what about me, right? It's like, whatever, I guess. Just leave me hanging, we plot something. We work towards something for so long. And then even in our darkest times, I still myself push through with all this hope. But no, you just leave me behind. And you care so much about my life and if it's going good up until when? The last month? What, it stopped? You stopped caring? You don't care about how I'm doing, how I'm going to react to this, how my life is going to end towards this? But no, I'm led to believe that you cared for the past 2 years, right? The past 2 years you really cared about my life and how I was doing with my life, right? But all of a sudden you just don't care, you just want to work on you. You just want to know how you're going to go? You want to know how you're going to do it? No. It's pretty selfish. I could understand. Working on yourself, but at 16, I didn't know what I wanted, just like you don't know what you wanted. But, at 16 I did know one thing. And what it was that I wanted my soulmate. And at 16 I got it. But, whatever. I don't know, man. I'm getting a little bit too emotional. So on to the next part. The next part is the last and final part. What do I do? What's the next step? And to me, the next step is my own reaction. Either I can become a better person or I can become a worse person. Now, how could I become a worse person? I could grow angry. I can grow hateful. I could just throw myself in my room and say, does it really even matter? Does anything even matter? Because my plan, which I had my entire heart on, it's just gone. And it wasn't even my plan, it was our plan. So I wasn't alone. So I could do that. I could get fatter. I could get disgusting. I can get mean. I could just get vile. I can get revengeful. But I know myself. That's not who I am. And just like my tarot card said the other day, I'm reluctant to change. And yet I was so blindly in love that I didn't even know that a change needed to occur within this part of my life. I didn't even know. I just brushed it off every time there was an issue. Why? Because I believed so hardly that it was going to work. And yet this was the last place I was looking, and yet it was the one most needed for change. And I was so unaware of it. But I'm not going to be reluctant to change anymore. Because as I said, I kind of feel free. So how do I become a good person? A better person? I need to dive deep into myself. I need to really talk to myself about what did I learn from this experience, my first girlfriend, my first love ever. What did I learn? How can I forgive myself? What other childhood trauma or just terrible guilt that I have? How do I change that? How do I fix that? And there's one way that I've been getting told from the higher power on how I can fix that. It's called meditation and quiet contemplation. Meditation and quiet contemplation. So, perhaps that's what I'll do. Perhaps I simply will just meditate. I don't want to say it on here just yet what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Whatever. It's a little bit too personal, but you know, this is like a diary to me. It's just a diary. I know nobody's going to really watch it. And if anybody does watch it, they're lucky enough to have my YouTube. And then still, I doubt they'll still watch the video. So, I don't mind that much posting it. It's like a diary I can look back on. But I know what I gotta do. And I may just do it. Because I'm not going to become a worse person from this. I'm going to become a better person. It's how I do. I'm done distracting myself from what happened in summer of 2018. I'm going to really have to work on some deep, deep trauma that I have that's not even pertaining to this situation. And then after that, maybe I can get on working on this. I don't think I have to do much work. I think what I really have to do with this situation is I simply just have to forget my hopes. Forget what I wanted. Because I didn't even really have my girl anymore. All I had was my hopes, my visions, what I wanted, what I believed in my heart would happen. So that's really all I have to work on. Other than that, I have to see what I learned from this situation. Because this is no way how I thought it would happen. So of course everything happens for a reason. And with that being said, there's a lesson that must be learned. And I'm not going to ignore it. So, I'm out of here. Oh, and also, this was a song. This is one of the many songs I was actually going to show my girlfriend, well, my ex-girlfriend. I was going to show her one of these songs, but you know, I guess I'll just play it. Also, the other day I did an I Ching divination for a new hexagram, and what I got was opposition. I think this was before my girlfriend broke up with me, but it says misunderstanding truth creates opposition. There are many occasions in life which tempt us into negative thoughts: anxiety about the future, mistrust of another person, bodily pain, fear of failure, or even success. All of these tempt us into mistrusting life, believing that life is against us. When we fall into this trap, we're in the opposition to the workings of the creative, and success becomes impossible. The simple truth is that every moment in every person's life contains the teaching he or she most needs at this time. It's not always immediately apparent why a thing is happening, because the sage, which is God, is often inclined to work in a roundabout fashion. Nonetheless, whatever is happening now is what must happen. Our only task is to trust the process and allow the lesson to seep in. This hexagram comes as a signal that you are resisting life and preventing your own progress. Nonetheless, success is still possible, for every opposition carries within it the seeds of agreement. Cease resisting yourself, others, life, and God. Let go of dark thoughts and aggressive actions. By returning to acceptance, neutrality, and devotion to the way of God, you dissolve the opposition within yourself and open the way for understanding and good fortune to arrive. Now, the line that I got with it was the third line, I'm pretty sure I remember, which is, everything appears to conspire against you. Meet this test with balance and acceptance, and a good end will come. That's how it feels like. It does feel like a lot of things that I trusted so deeply are just against me. And it really, really it's mind-shattering sometimes. I keep getting shocked that it even happened. But I am going to meet it with definitely acceptance. Definitely going to meet it with acceptance. There's nothing I can do about it. Alright? It's already set in stone, I guess. Nothing I can do about it. And the balance part, I think that's the part that is going to take actual effort to make happen.